Hi again folks, how is all doing? Right then, a well overdue layout update 23 to be precise I think. So let's have a look and see what I've been up to. Well, as you can see here, I've finally got a back scene behind the viaduct and also this section here. Now, the scene behind the viaduct was always going to be tricky, mainly because it needed to be much higher than any standard back scene and it had to fit into quite an awkward area. It's part of the reason why there's been a bit of a delay between doing this bit and all the other back scenes that I did earlier, because I had to sort of figure out a way to do this. Anyway, what I did was made a kind of screen out of hardboard, and then I used two landscape back scenes at the bottom, and then two sky only back scenes on top of those. To sort of hide the joins between each section of back scene, I painted over the joins in the sky, and it's sort of worked. The painted bits look a bit like distant landscape, which was actually accidental. Yeah, I mean, it's all a bit crude, but it'll do. I'll try to mask this corner off with trees and stuff. This bit along here is two sky sections with the landscape part of another section cut out and stuck over it along here. Once I get some more trees and bushes along here, I think it'll look a bit better, but yeah, it'll have to do. However, the lift out section and these two end parts are another matter altogether. I tried fitting boards along each, but it looked pretty bad. The joins I ended up with at each end of the lift out section were awful, and unless I can come up with some sort of solution, I think I'm going to abandon any idea of back scenes along these sections, which is a shame, but I need to be able to remove this section easily and get in and out the room. It really isn't very practical to have any back scenes here, I don't think. The obvious thing to do, I think, would be to make some sort of single board like I did at the viaduct section, but I think it would be just too much in the way for getting in and out of the room. So for the moment, unless I have some sort of eureka moment, I'm just going to do without the back scenes along these parts. As you can see here, I've been busy adding houses. These are the kits I picked up from the exhibition at Braehead a wee while ago. I've painted them up, and I've still to fit the doors on this one actually. I'll need to paint them first. They are Hashi partwork kits, which were issued with the Your Model Railway Village magazine in parts, so they're not really easy to get hold of as complete kits. I like these as being moulded plastic. They have some relief to aid painting and detailing. They just clip together and they're quite nicely scaled. I did build a couple of Metcalfe workers' cottages, but I just don't like the look of them, to be honest, now they're built. The lack of relief and detail, such as gutters and downpipes, is difficult not to notice to me, and being carved, they just seem a bit flat in comparison with the plastic moulded kits. My viaduct and signal box are both Metcalfe, and they're fine because they're kind of standing on their own. But, I think these houses would maybe be okay in a larger area with other card kits. I don't think mixing card and plastic moulded kits together is a good idea, really. It really makes them stand out from each other too much. So if you like these ready-built Metcalfe houses, I'll be putting them up for sale soon on my Ko-fi shop page. I've ordered a couple of more detailed houses to go in this area, and I may squeeze in a wee cafe or shop or something. But yeah, I've still to do an awful lot to this area. I need to add driveways, verges, gardens, fences, hedges, bushes, flowers, more trees, and all sorts of other details. A lot of you keep asking when these points are going to get sorted. Well, the answer is pretty soon now, and I also need to install the new shuttle unit to allow stopping at the station here on the end-to-end. So all that is still to do, along with signals, road markings and signs, more details, lots more trees and so on. It'll never be finished. Things are a little quiet on the repairs front just now, to be honest, so if you've got locomotive you'd like to send to me, now would be a very good time to get in touch with me. You can get all the details on that via the FAQ link in the description to this and most of my other videos, as well as links to support me via Ko-fi or buy some merchandise. I don't say this very often in videos, but please remember to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and give my videos a thumbs up and leave a comment. All these things do help the channel tremendously, so please subscribe, like and leave comments. I don't reply to all comments. I do read them all, but I don't reply to them all. I do try to reply to specific questions though, but yeah, it's not possible to reply to everyone. Anyway, I think that's you up to date with the layout. Next update should see more stuff added to this area and those points replaced, I would think, maybe. We shall see. Okay folks, catch you later.